So at the end of the last episode, I had just made it to roadstop kilometre 381 on the Billy Diamond Highway after a crazy morning of rain, chills, and construction. As previously mentioned, the cafeteria was takeout only due to the pandemic, but more importantly for me was the use of the washroom to wring out my clothes and change into some dry ones. I can attest to the quality of the hand dryer in the men's washroom. I put it through its paces, drying my riding gear, clothes, and spent an honest 10 minutes just warming my hands too. There is a motorcycle saying that goes, if you don't ride in the rain, then you don't ride. And I had always been an advocate of that saying, but today I was definitely understanding the other side of the coin. How crazy is this road? What the has been this super wide gravel road that as mentioned in the last video, I lost a lot of my footage for the day, but I would be remiss not to mention the conversation I had with one of the locals outside kilometre 381. We were both watching his son play tag with the boy's mother around the picnic tables when he asked me if the motorcycle was mine and where I was going. I replied that it was, and I was headed to the Trans-Taiga. He immediately said, "The Trans-Taiga. There are no laws out there. Men are free to do anything they want, and the police never go out there." I have to say my initial reaction was to think of a Wild West scenario where I was going to find myself on the wrong end of a gun, or wake up and find my motorcycle stolen in the middle of the night, leaving me to walk back to civilization. But during the next few days of my ride along the Trans-Taiga, I had plenty of time to contemplate what he had said, and realized that what he had said so casually had a far deeper and profound meaning, and I had missed his point completely. I now believe he was talking about the freedom of being responsible for your own decisions. Yes, I was free to do literally anything I wanted, but I also had to live with the consequences of those decisions and actions on my own, and being solely responsible for myself and the things that I affected or influenced. True freedom, but 100% self-reliance with any outcome from that freedom. Every decision turns into a risk and reward scenario, which is one of the beautiful things about a trip like this, and deciding for oneself what level of risk or safety you are comfortable with. Luckily, the Trans-Taiga is fairly well traveled by hydro trucks and some local outdoorsmen and women for almost the entirety of the road, so although it feels remote, you truly are never too far from help. Oh, beautiful. This was a great little rest stop with some covered picnic areas, campsites, a lookout, and a beautiful waterfall on the Opanaka River, and was not on the official Billy Diamond Highway sheet I received from the sign-in office, but something to keep in mind if you're in the area. After connecting to Wi-Fi and getting some weather updates at kilometre 381, I now knew the forecast for the night was for the temperature to go down to 2 or 3 degrees, and knowing my sleeping bag was only rated for 8 to 10 degrees, and already being cold all day, I knew it was not going to be a fun night, so I decided to change the plan once again and stay in Radisson for the night at one of the 2 hotels, but making last-minute plans in a town like Radisson do not always work out. some logs there. It is hard to see, but there is a helicopter here, lifting what looks like a log, but ended up being some kind of component for one of the dams. A log. Nice. Now that's gotta be some fun. Scenic Lake has fishing information panels, a scenic viewpoint but no camping, and is one of the most important spawning grounds for walleye in Canada. Although I had already decided to head to Radisson for the night, I decided to check out the first couple of kilometers of the Trans-Taiga and see what I was in for the next day, and to stop for a quick photo shoot. Alrighty, I'll see you tomorrow. Little did I know at the time, but a large group of hydro workers had just been bussed into Radisson, and that was going to fill the already short supply of rooms available, leaving me out in the cold again. Hello, how are you? I'm well, thank you, sir. I don't have a reservation. No.